gentlemen, I am going to call to order the July 20th Village of Tequesta Planning and Zoning Board meeting. This evening, both our chair and vice chair are absent. So at this point in time, I would ask the members to select a chairman for the evening. I think historically we've gone with seniority rules. Liz.
Liz it is.
Okay.
Liz it is.
Liz it is.
Okay. I'll call to order. Well, we've been called to order. Could you do the roll call, please?
Yeah. Janet Strand, Stephen Egan, Elizabeth Shower,
Here.
Leslie Dasher,
Here.
Teresa Maggio,
Here.
Sherry Ambrose,
Here.
Jean Magdalene,
Here.
and Grace Here.
The next item is approval of the agenda. Are there any additions, corrections?
I make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
Second.
I have a motion, a second.
Second.
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Okay, the next item is approval of the minutes. Approval of the previous meeting minutes from June 15th, 2023. Are there any additions, corrections?
Madam Chair, I believe we have one.
Oh,
Sorry. I would like
could
to,
you speak into the, because I have a
Sorry.
hard time hearing you. Thank you,
I
Lori.
had sent an email and I had requested one clarification to the comments that I had made. The last sentence I would like to, I think should be changed to say, she believed that the ordinance required additional consideration and voiced her concerns about various provisions in the proposal.
Okay, what item are you talking about?
I think it's item 1, or it's about 5 pages in on the, I don't have it. Have a copy of
SPM
it.
Wait,
Is this for,
It was the sea turtle ordinance.
So-
23?
Yeah.
just for clarification, so we're on the P and Z right now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
would
So-
refer
we
to
do
the
that
LPA.
next
Yeah, LPA, yes.
Oh, so she's
Sorry,
with the
Marie.
wrong minutes. Okay.
Yes.
With that then, may I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
May I have a second?
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Motion is approved. For the agenda items, item number two is 2023 legal update, and we will hear from the attorney.
Good evening, board members. Coming to you again. Another year's already flown by. I can't believe it. I think you had Matt give your legal update last year.
That's it.
Yeah, and shortly thereafter, I had the privilege of coming and getting a chance to work with all of you. So I'm very thankful that I get the chance to be here. I'm not going to go through every single line item on this. Many of you are veterans of this board and are very familiar with the types of items and things that come in front of you. Yet we put this refresher on the agenda every year just to provide an overview. So you are the P&Z board. What does the P&Z board do? You review the village's comprehensive plan, including any zoning, code, and land development regulations that are proposed to be enacted within the village. Florida law requires a local planning agency that is responsible for review of any local government's comp plan and amendments, and you currently serve as that LPA. You also review and make recommendations to the council for things like site plan reviews, site plan modifications, and associated things like signage that go along with those. And in some cases, you are the final decision-making authority. That includes items including site plan modifications that don't exceed $50,000 in total footprint, aesthetic modifications to the things like exterior building color only, revisions to previously approved landscape plans, and several other features. How does the P&Z board make your decisions? Well, all your decisions have to be made within Florida's Sunshine Law, meaning that anything that you discuss that has the possibility of coming in front of you needs to be discussed openly and in the public. Meaning it's never appropriate for two P&Z board members to get together on their own and talk about decisions that they might make outside the presence of the rest of the board or outside the presence of a public meeting. That being said, what also applies to you is public records, right? So as a board, you're subject to the public records law, and any communications that you're making that have anything to do with items that come in front of the board are public records, and those things are freely requestable to anyone who wishes to see them. So where areas you should be careful, the types of communication devices you're using, right? Maybe not the best idea to be texting about your P&Z board activities because you're creating public records that you probably don't want someone going through your phone. It's good to choose one thing, like one email, and stick with that. Let's see what else we have. A lot of the items that come in front of you are quasi-judicial. You know this because I bug all of you with my spiel every time they come in front of you. A quasi-judicial proceeding is kind of like a miniature court proceeding where parties come in front of the P&Z board and they present items. They can present testimony. They can present written evidence, like the applications that come into you. And it's your job to consider only the items that are within the record in making your decisions. When you make your decisions, you are using the village's land development regulations and, most importantly, the village's comprehensive plan. So when it comes to planning and zoning, the comprehensive plan is your constitutional document. The rule is you're not allowed to create any land development regulations that are not in accordance with your comprehensive plan. So when you do have applications that come before you, I urge all of you to at least, maybe a couple times a year, go through the comprehensive plan. I encourage everyone to, cite the comprehensive plan. Consider it when you're making your decisions. I think it's every land use attorney's dream to have their board citing their comprehensive plan. It's much more powerful if you ever, for whatever reason, have to, deny an application, and it's much more persuasive to say, the reasons why we're going to give this denial are because, objective number 2 in our comprehensive plan says this, and it's out of step with what you brought before us today. Again, we want to work with any developer or any builder that comes in, and we never want to have any conflicts or anything like that. But God forbid it ever came to that, and let's say someone is reviewing a record of your P&Z minutes, they'll look for things like that. Is the P&Z board referencing their comp plan? Are they referring to the land development regulations? Or are they simply making decisions based on their own personal beliefs or things that don't have anything to do with what is in our code? Let's see what we got. Cruising through this. You're all, as you know, subject to the Palm Beach County Code of Ethics. Also, not a bad idea to review those rules. A good rule of thumb is that common sense applies. If you're questioning whether you should do something, come to me, come to staff, ask the village attorney's office, ask if you have any questions about the code or any regulations, come to us, ask the planning staff. We're here to help you guys with anything you need. Feel free to reach out to us anytime. Voting conflicts, right? If somebody comes in front of the board, if they're a family member of yours, if they are some kind of if you have a business relationship with anyone who might be coming in front of the board, that's a potential conflict of interest. That's something that you may need to abstain on voting on if it's substantial enough. And so if you, again, a good rule of thumb is if you're questioning something, should I do something about this? The best rule of thumb is to err on the side of caution. Reach out to us beforehand, before a meeting, and we can sort that out. That is the totality of my spiel that I'll give to you today. It's really an honor working with you guys. I really enjoy it. Again, if there's ever any questions about anything, please reach out to the legal staff or to the planning staff. Our job is to support you guys and help you. Madam Chair, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Any questions? And everybody, when you take gifts, make sure you report them.
We get offered gifts all the time.
Okay, now we're on to item number 3 of the agenda.
Madam Chair, item number 3, Site Plan Modification 4-23, is quasi-judicial in nature. That being said, if there's anyone here this evening who plans to give testimony regarding this application, I need to swear you in. So if you could please raise your right hand at this time. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Very good. Board members, at this time, I would ask you to disclose any ex parte communications you may have had with the applicant or any site visits that you may have completed.
Well, I drive by it every day.
So do I. We all know where it is.
We all drive by it, yes.
Every day, every day.
Very good.
That's it.
Okay,
That's it.
thank you very much.
Oh,
Are-
do you want me to read?
can read
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, we're going to review the application from the Lighthouse Arts Center Incorporated for a site plan modification to alter the existing front and rear building facades by updating 2 garage doors into new glass garage doors, converting 1 garage door into a front swing door, converting 1 garage door into an automatic sliding doors, and enclosing 2 doors. The subject property is located at 395 Seabrook Road, Tequesta, Florida. And Lance?
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have the applicant in front of us, Ms. Jenny. She's here. The application that you have in front of you, as you read, pertains to modification of the building aesthetics. The applicant is changing the garage doors, several garage doors, into various different doors, such as updating the front garage doors to 2 glass doors, converting one of the front garage doors into a swing door, rear into an automatic sliding door, and 2 enclosure of doors. Any additional questions, the applicant is here to answer them if need be.
Any questions from the board? Leslie?
I didn't have any, no.
Shirley? No questions? Anybody from the public? Okay, well, no questions. Well, then may I have a motion to either approve or deny the application?
I'll make a motion to approve SPM 4-23 application from Lighthouse Art Center Inc.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you
Motion is
so much.
approved.
We can't
Greatly
wait to see
appreciate
the
it.
finished product.
I was listening to you talk earlier saying that my daughter's taking classes. So yes, your face looks very familiar. And we're excited. Our 3D studio has expanded. And so these are our 2 main staff members at the 3D studio.
awesome.
Chad
Thank you.
and Ron run the department. So we're very excited.
We wish you the best.
Thank
We
you.
really do.
Thank
Really
you.
excited. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are there any staff comments?
No, ma'am.
Any comments from the public? Okay, with that, then may I have a motion to adjourn the planning and zoning meeting?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Okay, second? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Goodbye.